Greetings, everyone. You've got it live. Well, the sand has basically run out on the proverbial timer. At this point, Greg, you're either in or you're out.
Yeah, for most teams, the future is certain. It's the playoffs or 1, 2, 3 Cancun. Teams are either building for the future or liking what they've got.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Alex Caruso out there with James. Then it's Brooks. Then it's Noel. And it's Reed in at the four-man position. So the Indiana Pacers able to put the first points up on the board. Outside, James. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Here's O'Corn. Pass to Cook. Screen by Pirtle. Cook dishes to Pirtle. 5 to shoot. Zipser kicks to Cook. Shoots over Caruso. And it's Cook missing. On offense, here are the Bucks. And here's James outside. They get it back. On the wing, James. Another miss by James. Down low, Caruso with the steal. Brooks with it. Now guarded by Pirtle. The 9-foot shot. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
And that's a nice possession. Did a good job to get that open shot.
And it's Cook with the ball for the Indiana Pacers. Well, Obi Toppin, Clark, has always been a guy that goes right at the rim.
Yeah, I think dunking was instilled in him at an early age because he does it in a variety of flavorful ways, if you will. His father was a street ball legend, and his college coach encouraged him to have that dunk-first mentality every chance he got.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And the dunk by Brooks.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time.
Yeah, I like the variety, though. Nice to switch it up.
Now, here is Pirtle. Really had troubles in the loss to Sacramento. 6 on the shot clock. Cook looking it over. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
A little disjointed to start this game, missing 3 of their first 4 shots already.
Pass to Noel. Here's Caruso. From deep, James drills it from outside.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Here comes your Indiana Face Mates crowd. Give it up for it.
Second in rebounding. And they also show up top 5 in steals. That means they're taking some chances, gambling, but also creating havoc.
And Greg, to be top of the league in blocks, they're playing a brand of defense that all but takes away an opponent's inside game. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Cook, the pass to Pirtle. Indiana moving it around. Zipser kicks to Cook. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Caruso, and the Pacers can't get it to go.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And when you think about the greatest players, Clark, in Bucks history, it comes down to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I think that's where the list probably starts and ends. I mean, both of those guys led the Bucks to championship seasons and multiple MVP awards as well. But it's hard for me to say this, but maybe Giannis has a slight edge over Kareem. He's the all-time leader in points, rebounds, assists, and blocks for the Bucks.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton loves to pass, but he's not chasing assists. He said, quote, I just try to play the right brand of basketball. I like to see the ball moving. I kick it ahead. I'm just playing through the flow of the game. Assists just happen with the way I play. Guys, back to you.
He spreads it around. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. Here is Cook. Hasn't made one yet. And off target that time from Zipser. Bucks leading by 3. Brooks outside. Pass to Reed. And here is Noel. On the wing, James. Now Caruso. Lets it go from deep. And Pirtle pulls it down. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Jones kicks to Pirtle. Zipser. James covered. And it's O'Korn missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Reed the pass to James. And the Bucks miss again.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Here's O'Korn. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
You cannot shoot the ball much better than he is right now.
Tyrese Halliburton really is just a tremendous passer, Clark. He loves setting guys up.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, that's where he's at his most effective and happiest as a player, it seems. He takes great pride and joy in distributing the ball and running the show for his team. And some might even criticize him for being too selfless at times for the ability he has to score the ball himself.
Like it's the weekend. We could celebrate tonight. You can't bring me down. Got my hands up. Play that song again. Take me higher, higher. Where I'm living. Like it's the weekend.
Jesse McGrady's checked in for the Pacers. And then for Milwaukee, Clark comes in for Reed. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Alex Caruso.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And when Tyrese Halliburton entered the NBA, Greg, scouts were worried about his shot release point.
It's definitely lower than you would teach, but by the same token, that's why he gets it off so quickly, making it a tough shot to contest. Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And how about a look at our 2K leaderboard and a group of point guards that have a little bit of big man in them and some very good rebounding numbers since the All-Star break. So both teams changing it up here. Bucks leading by 3. Here's Hardaway. Lambier with a screen on Poole. Hardaway passes to Lambier. And then Lambier with the dunk.
Well, you know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
McGrady kicks to Muscala. Always going up for the alley-oop here.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
Guys, I hope we get to see a few more of those.
Lambier with a screen on Poole. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
You guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Yeah, and you know, to come up short at the line is frustrating because that's controllable and it's actually a free throw. So you feel like you leave loose change out there when you don't convert.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Bucks lead by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Brandon Clark is out there with Bill Lambier. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's McDaniels. And it's Martin in at the 2. It's good. Muscala's got his second bucket.
Hey, you'll take as many high percentage looks as you can get.
To the right side. Clark kicks to Hardaway. Martin the pass to Hardaway. Tries a 3. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. On the wing, Anunoby. Poole outside. Shoots the 3. Connects from three-point range. Poole's got the lead up to 2 now for Indiana. And with the trend break toward a faster pace, do you miss watching those grinded-out half-court battles that enthralled millions during the Jordan era?
Well, I miss plays more than anything. But as far as watching, the game for me is as good as it's ever been.
Got a piece of it. It goes out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Martin.
And they're also pretty solid in terms of offensive rebounding. Top 10 in the league in that category. A lot of hustle from that group.
And touching again on their opponent's points per game average, they have held everyone in check so far this season. There is never a drop in their intensity on defense. Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. McKeskey's checked in for Lambier, and it's Trevor Booker in for McDaniels. McGrady outside. Pass to Jskr. Here is Cook. Nothing on the board. It's rebounded by McKeskey. Booker outside. Out left to the wing. Now here is Hardaway. It's Martin on the wing. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Here's McKeskey. Another shot. And he lays it up and in. McKeskey's got the game tied up here for Milwaukee.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. Got to work harder on the glass.
Pass to McGrady. Here is Cook. Drives to the hoop. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Great use of the screen. That's how you practice it and draw it up.
Over to the wing. Here's Hardaway. McGrady covering. Poked away. Oh, trying for it. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. And Clark, how about Indiana's recent run? Making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in back-to-back seasons.
You know, the last time that happened, Kevin, was about a decade ago when Paul George was the man leading the Pacers. Unfortunately, they fell to LeBron's heat both times. I was courtside for a couple of those matchups. And then last season, advancing to the finals and pushing it all the way to 7 games. The Pacers have a really bright future ahead of them, in my opinion.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Noel's checked in for Mokeski. Reed comes in for Clark. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Hardaway. And James subbed in for Trevor Booker. Caruso, the pass to Reed. Just 5 to shoot. Here's James, and James throws it down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Here's the screen. Pass to Zipser. Lets it go with a 3. A rebound by the Bucks. This their first chance this season playing the Pacers.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year. So certainly a little payback in mind.
We know that's in the past, but you can't change that for sure. Nevertheless, a win would be sweet.
Caruso, and trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Zipser, the pass to O'Corn. Muscala up top, fires the 3. At this time, his first miss in 3 attempts from the field. Right side, Martin. Pass to Caruso. Takes a 3. And his third shot of the night, no good, 0 for 3. Here's O'Corn, covered by Martin. O'Corn passes to Cook. Here's Zipser. Shoots over Reed. Zipser kicks to Cook. Over Reed. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Caruso with the ball. Caruso sets the screen for James. Reed finds Noel. Noel, a screen on Jones. And here's James outside. Sinks the triple. James has got 10 points in the game.
Really warming up. He's scoring it with consistency this quarter.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. The Pacers making a switch here. Hurdle's checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Brooks checked in. Pass to Cook. There's 1:17 left in the first half. Back to Pirtle, and stolen by Noel. Now Caruso. The rebound by Cook. Here's O'Corn. James defending. And the basket by O'Corn. 54 seconds left now here in the second. James looking it over.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
44 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Noel finds Brooks. The Bucks working the ball around. Shot clock at 6. And the dunk by James.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Cook, the pass to Purdy. Back to Cook. There's a screen. Pass to Zipser. 3-pointer. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
James outside. Releases. And no good on the last second attempt this time. It's a tie game in Indiana. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Even before the game started, you could feel the energy in this arena, man. They fed off that. Big time home court advantage.
And now Thanks for joining us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at James, what a contribution.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
They've got Jones. He's out there with Jskr, and it's Cook in at the point guard position. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Milwaukee Bucks. There's a screen by Noel. James, that's a 2-pointer. They get it again. Back to Caruso. Brooks kicks to Caruso. James, the pass to Reed. And here is James from deep three-point land. The long-distance 3 is buried. James has got the first field goal of the second half for Milwaukee. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here is Cook. O'Corn passes to Zipser. Outside, Jones. At the top of the key, Cook. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's O'Corn. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. And one of the many challenges for a small market team like the Pacers, Greg, going up against that luxury tax.
And they've avoided carrying a payroll that would incur the tax. But right when they said they were planning to do just that, the Bucks stunned everyone with the maneuver to secure Pacers center Miles Turner and perhaps let him off the hook.
Pass to Pirtle, over to the left wing. Here is Cook. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Not the start you want coming out of the locker room, missing 3 straight like that.
Reed with a screen for James. Takes it off the glass. Reed's got his first 2 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Pass to Cook. There's a good screen. A 15-footer, and it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed. Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Zipser kicks to Jones. Hurdle with a screen on Caruso. Spins. Here's Cook. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
Well, he's kind of deflating their chances, and I know he really wants to help the team, but This is not the way to go about it.
Reed. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Zipser. To the middle. And stolen by James. Out to the wing. Brooks kicks to James. Back to Brooks. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. James, left side. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. James has got the lead up to 10 now for the Bucks. And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlin. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Poole's checked in for Indiana. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Hardaway's checked in for James. Hurdle with a screen on Hardaway. Here's O'Connor. And that one drops.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Bucks.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Milwaukee.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it.
Now Caruso. Pass to Reed. Now here's Hardaway. The shot, no good.
Surprising to see that he had so much room from mid-range. I think he was surprised too.
Hurdle with a screen on Hardaway. Here's O'Corn. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And it seems like we've seen more and more of these guys in recent years. Big men who can shoot the three. Over the last month, these have been the best of them. Third is Naz Reid.
You know, there was a time in the league when you wouldn't see a group of big guys like this, but the game has evolved. Versatility now is why we see so many bigs that can just flat out shoot it from anywhere.
And these guys are really incredible. I mean, on one trip, they give you points in the paint. On the next trip, they give you points behind the arc. Boy, talk about range and versatility in spades. You got it.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Hard to find a more versatile forward, Clark, in this league than Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, and it's been so much fun to see how far his game has come in his decade plus. I mean, he was part of that Toronto Raptors championship team, an up-and-coming young force then, and now he's really refined his game. He's a go-to player. His hustle and defensive gifts are really what stood out early, and he continues to do that well. He's just a terrific top-line player in the NBA.
And the Bucks miss again. Pacers trail by 5. Pass to McGrady. Rebound, Milwaukee. Reeves got 4 rebounds now tonight. Inside. And slam dunk by Clark.
Always has his eyes open. Brooks sees a chance to set somebody else up right there.
Poole the pass to Burton. There's 45 seconds left in the third. Birtle sets the pick for Poole. And it's off from three-point range. Milwaukee leading by 7. And it's blocked. Right wing. And here is Pirtle. Still without a basket. And there's Poole on the assist by Pirtle.
Good to see Poole knock down the long ball. It's only going to help build his confidence.
Right side Hardaway. That shot off the mark. The third quarter comes to a close. The Bucks on top, up by 4. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Clark is out there with Xavier Henry. Then it's Lambeer. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's James in at the point. From deep, James. The Pacers pull it in. Here is Cook. Hartenstein with the screen on James. Here is Cook. James covering. Shot clock at 5. And it's Cook missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here. Good job using that big body to carve out space and snatch that rebound.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Cook, 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for the Bucks. Martin comes in for Hardaway. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Pass to Henry. Back to James. To the paint. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And the Bucks lead by 1. To the left side wing. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Pass to Anunoby. Hartenstein in the high post. Clock is at 3. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Henry with it. And yes, it's good. Now it's a 3-point Bucks lead.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Hartenstein up top. Anunoby kicks to Cook. Pass to McGrady. To the inside. There's Muscala. No good on the shot. Good D by Booker. Anunoby against Martin. James outside. Back to Martin. Lambeer against Hartenstein. And here's James outside. Rebounded by Tracy McGrady.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Muscala finds Hartenstein. McGrady outside. Puts one up from 19. And the whistle blows. It's going to be a Mike Muscala. That's his first foul. Indiana making some changes. Jones comes in for Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Poole in for Anunoby. The Bucks also changing it up. Noel's checked in for Lambeer. McDaniels comes in for Booker. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Martin. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. So both teams making some changes here. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Doc Rivers as he talked with the team. He cautioned his guys against forcing things at the arc, saying we can't make a rhythm happen. So don't force it. Take what is coming to you out there. Coach hoping for renewed offensive focus going forward, guys.
Allie, thank you so much. James, the pass to Reed, and here is Caruso. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Zipser kicks to Jones. Pass to Cook. All alone. The shot misses. Milwaukee leading by 3. And there's the dunk.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
For Indiana, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here is Cook, defended by Caruso. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Knocks down the 3.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
.157 left in the fourth quarter. Hurdle with a screen on Caruso. And that time also a missed shot. And so Brooks will bring it up for Milwaukee. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Here's Reed. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Now Reed. James fires. Buries the deep ball.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Here is Cook. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Now Jones. Zipser, 6 to shoot. Puts it up from 15. Hurdle. Oh, the dunk.
And powering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by Milwaukee.
Milwaukee leading by 9. Oh, and he feathers one right through. What touch!
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Milwaukee.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year. Here is Cook, defended by Caruso. From 6 feet away, and he gets it to go. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Now Brooks. 5 on the clock. Lets it go. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the
And out on the floor, shaking off the pregame jitters, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson. And we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce. All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. They've got Moses Brown, and it's Pollard in at the power forward position. Ball with it. 5 on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Pollard can't get it to go. And here are the Spurs now. And last season, the Warriors had their most success playing a small ball lineup, Grant.
Well, they more than held their own on the backboards in defending the paint. But you knew they'd look to add some size this summer.
Now here's Ball. Three-pointer, no good. And here's Jackson. He'll bring it up to the Spurs. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. I asked him about what could tip the balance in their favor tonight, and he said, quote, when Kristaps Porzingis is operating at a high level, it opens up their entire offense. The key for us is to keep Porzingis from having a major impact. If we can do that, it'll be our game to win. Back over to you guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Out left to the wing. Here's Noah. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Noah's got 5 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
In transition, here they come. This one for 3. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
I just love the ball movement.
Here's Ball, an 8-point differential. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by San Antonio. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team. Bible with it, started now by Ball. Cousins can't hit.
Uncharacteristic, but that's a bucket he'll convert 90% of the time.
Brown, a screen on Fox. Back to Parker. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Back to Fox. Jackson, the pass to Noah. San Antonio moving the ball around. Spurs need to get one up here. Jackson can't get it to go.
Decent look from mid-range. You almost have to take that shot to keep the defense honest.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Off the mark there with a 3.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Thibault against Parker. Pass to Ball. And this is it, RJ. The final regular season game of the year.
I think overall it's just optimism in general. They both want to end the regular season on a high note with a win, but expect a competitive game tonight.
Now here's Fox. 9 points in his last outing. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Noah's got 11.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Warriors trail by 9. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And San Antonio making a change here. Culver's checked in. With this pause, let's update you on the best rebounding teams in the NBA over the previous 10 games. Second, the Spurs.
And over the last 10 games, this team has brought it to the glass. Everyone is getting involved and trying to help one another secure boards.
Parker outside. Pass the ball. Parker right side. Here's Pollard. The fader. And it's Culver with a rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time. I
Fox, the pass to Noah. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 4th assist with that last one. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Down by 12. They want to keep rolling here, following a win against Atlanta.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
Tough to keep the consistency from deep, but they did it last time.
One thing about Keldon Johnson defensively, it's hard to back him down, Richard.
Yeah, he won't block a ton of shots, but he anchors really well against bigger players. That's why teams would rather attack him in space.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Drains the triple. He's got 5.
Amongst the best decision makers in the league, Lonzo with the right decision there.
Pass to Noah. Fires for 3. Hauled in by Brown.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
To the paint. And the foul on DeMarcus Cousins. That's his first foul of the game. White, he's checked in for Thibault. Hayward, he's checked in for the Warriors. Snell comes in for Ball. "54 seconds left now in the first quarter. Hayward with a screen on White. Shot clock at 6 from deep three-point range. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Over to the wing, fires the 3, and the basket by Noah. Noah's got 19 points.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
To the left wing. Brown, a screen on Fox. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
Here's Noah. Against Chicago, he was really on his game. Fox outside. White for 3. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox. Fox has got 6 assists now in the game. And so the San Antonio Spurs going into the break up 12. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
We've got Jackson. Also, Derek Favors out there. And it's White in at the 2. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. White looking it over. Launches a 3. Claxton with a rebound. Warriors trail by 10. Here's Snell. Yet to see a basket. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively. And their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks, guys. The Spurs are ecstatic to welcome back their superstar big man, Victor Wembanyama. He actually spent 10 days this summer training with monks in China, and he continues to embrace unorthodox training methods. Guys, perhaps appropriate given his unusual stature.
He's got that curiosity. All right, Shams, thanks for the update. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Well, when you think about all the miles Jimmy Butler has on his legs now. How many more does he have left, Grant?
Well, he's been shouldering the load for a long time. But what separates him from the pack is his sheer will and his IQ. So he might just surprise us a little.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Let's take a look at the numbers for him. And he makes a first. Well, Richard, for this Warriors team, that Steph Curry injury in the playoffs proved huge.
Yeah, Steph is just so important. He strained his hamstring in game 1 of that second-round series against Minnesota. And once that happened, Golden State really never had a shot in the series. Just shows how valuable he is to the organization.
And Williams drops them both. Well, when you think about how the game has evolved in recent years, RJ, the role of the big man might have changed the most.
Who knew threes and assists would become a key stat for 7-footers? But I will say, size helps. You cannot teach tall.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Hayward, and stolen by Favors. To the inside, Cousins. And Cousins throws it down!
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
He buries it from 3.
And their offense seems to be coming around. Now they're shooting upwards of 50% from the field.
RJ, San Antonio's seen a surge in popularity. Spurs jerseys seem to be everywhere these days.
Yeah, they call that the Wemby effect. When a team has a generational talent like Victor, a lot of new fans come on board.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws here for the night. And the first one at the line is good. And Grant, Stephen Curry said his goal was to play meaningful basketball games. With the arrival of Jimmy Butler, that proved to be the case.
Yeah, the Warriors have been looking to get Steph some help. The fit with Jimmy was questioned, but it's worked out better than most people expected.
Brown, he's checked in for the Warriors. And for all the optimism, Grant, the Spurs having to navigate some tough seas with health challenges.
Yeah, the legendary Greg Popovich moving to a front office role. Then Wemby suffering a blood clot, too. Some trying times, but this team's foundation of togetherness has helped.
Now here's Fox. No points yet. Ooh, had a nice open look right there. And the Spurs lead by 12.
Now he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Really left him alone that time. He's got 16.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Hits the trifecta.
Ooh, this guy is as hot as they come from distance. Defensively, you almost have to pick him up once he crosses half court.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, B.A. Victor Wembanyama is trying to gain strength, but he said it's important not to lose your mobility, so bulking up is not a good word. It's more being stable. That's the way to keep going. I don't need to bulk up. I need to get my core stronger. I need to get solid. Back to you guys.
That approach makes sense. All right, Allie, thanks for the report.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
The 3-ball. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. You know, Richard, the Warriors have the 3rd most championships after the Lakers and Celtics.
Yeah, and 2 of those came as the Philadelphia Warriors, though, including the first NBA championship back in 47. And then they had the one with Rick Barry in 75. But most people know about their rings from the last decade or so in this dynasty.
He's checked in for San Antonio. Parker, he's checked in for the Warriors.
Substitution on the court.
Thibault against Ball. Pass to Culver. Cousins with the screen. Launches it. Culver, no good. Warriors trail by 8. Ball outside. Brown, a screen on Thibault. Another 3 for Golden State.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Now here's Fox. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Outside Thibault. Pass to Noah. And he comes up with a bucket. And the Spurs lead by 7.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
Ball surveys the floor. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Cousins. Cousins has got 5 rebounds in the game. And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all.
Lets the 3 fly. And it's Culver with a rebound. Spurs lead by 7. Fox outside. Pass to Noah. Lets it go from the wing. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Noah's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Over to the left wing. 3-pointer. Good. He's been great in this one. 9 for 15 after that shot.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Fox outside. Pass to Noah. Tipped.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Ball outside. Here's Parker. And so the San Antonio Spurs with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Great shot selection right now. keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Here with Coach Steve Kerr, your defense struggling to contain them in the first half. How do you remedy it?
We got to get back in transition. We got to make them feel us. You know, they're just running anything they want. We've got to at least disrupt the stuff they're trying to do.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
And thank you for joining us, as with 2 quarters in the books, it's looking good for the San Antonio Spurs.
I know my partner here appreciates the brute force, especially on the glass, right, Shaq? And they're in a good spot because of it.
They've shown great toughness, and they've been very quick to the ball. Okay, now we've got some time to take a look at the Eastern Conference standings as the postseason comes into view.
You take a look at the Spurs, the last game of their season, and plenty to play for. They're still holding that #1 spot in the conference. They'll need to protect it.
Always great to see meaningful games down the stretch. They all count. Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Spurs lead by 6. So on the floor for Golden State, we've got Ball, and it's Parker in at the small forward position. Noah, no good. And the Warriors shooting 52% from the floor so far. Right wing. And the three-pointer goes. 28 points for him.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
From behind the arc. Nails it from 3. And the Spurs lead by 6.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
There's a screen. The 3 is up. Rebound by San Antonio. Cousins has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Fox against Ball. Fires the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Fox feeling it out a bit to the right side. Lots of room. And San Antonio getting another bucket right there.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Now here's Ball. Pass to Parker. To the wing on the left. Takes a 3. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Cousins with the screen. Fox the pass to Thibault. 6 to shoot. Cousins with a screen on Ball. Inside. Brown with the steal. And the Warriors pushing it up now. With some arc. And it's all tied up.
Oh, he's putting on a scoring clinic, guys. If it wasn't for him, they would not be in this game.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Yeah, Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
Let's have a look at the teams who have collected the most blocks this season. San Antonio in second.
They're quick to help each other, and they have some tremendous athletes with a nose for the ball.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Fox, the pass to Thibault. To the wing, right side. Noah knocks down the long K. Noah's got 8 points in the quarter.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Warriors trail by 3. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Pass to Brown. Here's Pollard. Ball outside. 6 on the shot clock. From downtown. Pure from three-point range. Give him 39.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Spurs talent evaluators first laid eyes on Victor Wembanyama when he was 15 years old, playing on a youth team in France. At that point, the franchise was enjoying its 22nd straight winning season, but the opportunity to just maybe draft a prospect like Wemby gave them the impetus to rebuild. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. And it's the Warriors with the ball. San Antonio getting their last shot to go.
As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
On the wing, Fox. Pass to Jackson. Out to the right wing. Here's Noah. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Noah's got 43 points. The Warriors trailing. He's covered by Fox. Ball outside. They set the screen. The 3. Rebound by San Antonio. They've led by as many as 14.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Jackson for three. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Brown, screen on Thibault. Puts up a three. Connects again from distance. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
The BA, he's on fire.
Well, Richard, Draymond Green credits you for giving him some important advice as a rookie.
I just encouraged him to be himself and told him that he's going to have to live with techs and fines because he is at his best when he is towing that line. We look at Fox now compared to when he entered the league. He is so much more physical.
Here's the three. Another three for Golden State.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Going with a new group. A chance now to show you the best three-point threats at shooting guard over the past month. Third is Derek White.
And as a rule of thumb, you always want great shooters at the shooting guard position if you can get them. Now, these guys are the cream of the crop.
And having a reliable three-point option at off guard, pretty much a necessity at this point in time in the league.
1:10 left in the third quarter. Lets it go from deep. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. And he drops the first. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
He does enough to give them the lead. Every point critical here with the game in the balance. I think he caught the defense napping. Those plays can be soul-crushing.
To the middle. Out to Hayward for 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Now here's Favors. One of the skilled slow-down finishers. That's Harrison Barnes.
Oh, you've seen it out on the break, full speed, then suddenly that half-speed deceleration layup. That's a signature play from HB. The defense flies by, and he usually banks one in.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. And so it's Paul with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. It's a 1-point game. For the lead. He got it again! Sensational! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Culver outside. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. Warriors ahead, leading by just 2. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
Getting there. The ball's moving. Looks more like us, all right? Good to great. We're getting some decent ones. Let's get some great shots now.
Preaching how important it is to take quality shots. Coach Kerr.
He doesn't want them to settle for average shots. He wants his team to take great shots.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Jackson out there with Derek Favors. Then it's Derek White, and it's Concact in at the 5. That's who's in the game for the Spurs.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
And the Warriors making a switch here. Williams is checked in. The Warriors trailing. On the wing, Snell. Pass to Claxton. Clock at 6. Back to Snell. There's the 3. No good on the shot. Spurs shooting 74%. Just an unbelievable offensive display here. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Buckner. That shot off the mark. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. White with a steal. Here's Concact. Pass to Favors. Out to the wing. They set the pick. Buckner passes to Concact. And stolen by Williams. Down low. Here's Claxton. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
Well, they've also been impressive, forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end.
Changes here for the Warriors. Brown, he's checked in for Claxton, and Anderson subbed in for Williams. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He tried to loosen the tension a little, asking his guys, are we having fun? I know I am. Just relax out there and follow the game plan. We've got this.
And Allie, thank you for that. Now here's Fox. Pass to Noah. Fox Fox outside. White on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up. And right on target. And the Spurs lead by 1. Neither team able to build the lead and sustain it.
After 6 lead changes, it feels like it could come down to one big play.
He's covered by Fox. All sorts of time. And there's another one for the Warriors.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Noah. Yet another assist. That's another dime from him.
He's tallying them up fast, B.A.
With the multi-skilled guard like Fox, you love seeing him spread the ball around.
Brown, a screen on Fox. The three-pointer off the mark.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Cousins. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Now it's a 3-point Spurs lead.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And San Antonio making a change here. Dible's checked in.
Substitution of Good.
Here's Pollard. Up top, Parker. He's covered by Fox. Back to Parker. Shot clock at 6. Ball. Kicks it out to Parker. And the Warriors miss again.
Yeah, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Pass to Noah. Three-pointer. Drops in the 3. Noah's got 48.
Goodness, this man is ripping 3 after 3. An incredible display of shooting.
Warriors trail by 6. And here's Ball. Hits yet again. Wow! Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
The BA, it feels like he can't miss.
Fox outside. This is the 3! And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. Shot clock at 5. Let's loose for 3. And another dime for him.
Another possession, another assist.
Man, is he sharing the ball well. Hitting his guys right in their spots. Here's Noah. Now Thibault. Jackson right side. No problem from 14.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
And the Warriors with possession here. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Gets it to go.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Here's Noah. Brown with the steal. Ball against Fox. Oh, it drops in.
That is just a big shot from Ball. I like seeing him step up and show that leadership.
1:19 left in the final quarter. And it's good. He hits another one. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Golden State has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. The 3 is off. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Here's Noah. Ooh, it doesn't go. Ball against Thibault. And good! There's another!
And it's 60 points again for him. Can't believe he's done it 3 times.
That's right. And now he's tied for the 3rd most 60-point games in a single campaign. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Cousins with the screen. Ooh, missed on the tray. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
2-point game. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second. And that makes it a 3-point lead. Timeout called. Mitch Johnson. The pressure is on. And he's got a plan to share with his guys. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point. So I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Oh, the long ball, no good. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. Don't go anywhere. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Matisse Thybulle out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then it's Jackson. Then it's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Noah in at the 4-man spot. He lets it go. Oh, can't hit the jumper.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
Here's Fox. Puts up a deep 3. Not that time.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the 3-point line.
Outside ball. Stolen by Jackson. Oh!
Nice finish.
Man, big time right there. And he slams it down.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. And we've played just over a minute here in overtime. Stolen by Jackson. Here's the break.
First personal foul. First team foul. Jackson. Shooting 2.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
Can't hit it.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
Brown with the steal. Ball into the lane. Beyond the arc. That misses. Spurs lead by 4. Here's Noah. Cashes in from 18.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
Takes a 3. Up again. The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the field as OT gets going. From deep. Oh, it doesn't go.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Brown on the wing, just 5 to shoot. Now Ball fires the 3. It's off. And that's an intentional foul. Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. And the second of 2 is good. And that makes it a 7-point lead. Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. 15 seconds left in OT. Your thoughts, guys?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
And I'm sure coach is encouraging them to play to the final whistle. Then they can get out of here.
Ball fires. The 3 is in.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul. Good on the first. And that puts him up 5. So he gets them both. And it's a 6-point ball game.
We call that putting the game on ice. This one, oh yeah, that's over.
Timeout called, the Warriors. They're behind by 6. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
So it's a narrow victory for the Spurs, pulling out the W. Things looked a little uneven for them.
And going through warm-ups, trying to get... Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, with Adley LaForge reporting from the sidelines. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Ivica Zubac, Talen Horton-Tucker out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Bull. Hurtling down the home stretch of this season, Greg, what do you make of potential first-round series in this postseason?
Well, there's certainly some matchups that I think plenty of fans would love to see. But we still have a bit of time for things to kind of fall into place. That's what makes this time of the year so exciting.
Horton-Tucker's shot is off. Here's Boston. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
Antetokounmpo passes to Bull. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Pass to Horton-Tucker. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Right side, Simmons. Back to Williams. Clock at 6. Outside, Simmons. No good with the triple.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Another thing Giannis could bring to the table, maybe adding that ability to be a facilitator to his game.
Simmons, the bounce pass. Lillard, the basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists tonight.
Well, they've started this game strong offensively. 3 out of their first 4 attempts.
Hey, Stan, how about the Boston Celtics? Back-to-back 60-win seasons.
Well, Kevin, winning 50 is a great season. 60 wins is simply incredible. We have lots of regular seasons where no team wins 60. Credit Joe Mazzulla, his staff, and players for keeping this thing rolling.
Mourning with the screen. He rifled that one in from distance. He has 6.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
Lillard against Giannis. Here's Horton Tucker. Just could not put it together in that loss to San Antonio. And it's Giannis missing. And so Lillard will bring it up for Boston. 3-point lead. Launches a 3, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Now Horton Tucker. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Horton Tucker. Beyond the arc. Out of bounds. Bulls ball. Chicago keeps possession. With 1 game to go, let's take a look at how the final seeding will look in the East. We'll take a look at the Celtics. Right now, they're locked into 3rd place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And, of course, Chicago. Not really any threat right now, as their record showing a lot more losses.
And, you know, for the Celtics, they're locked into a top spot. Definitely happy they're above the play-in game. And, boy, they've worked hard to be in this position.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Bol covering. Warning a screen on Bol. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
Give it up for something.
Porter's checked in for the Celtics. This is a good time to go to our 2K leaderboard and look at a few of the league's best defenders, small forwards, leading their position in steals so far in the season's second half. Here's Horton Tucker. Guarded by Simmons. The shot will not fall. Celtics leading by 5. Porter kicks to Simmons. Back to Porter. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And again, Chicago, no good. The Celtics have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. For the 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
1 for 2.
First free throw is good. Celtics making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. The Bulls also changing it up. Ryan is checked in for Bol. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Taylor Horton Tucker.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
There's Thomas with the three. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Pass to Giannis. Kicks it out to McCollum. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Shot clock at 6. Now, here's Zubac. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Celtics leading by 3. There's 25 seconds left in the first. Thomas passes to Mourning. Shoots over Zubac. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. That one doesn't drop.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
A good close contest so far. As we and getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Celtics.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
So for Chicago right now, Oberto is out there with Thomas Bryant. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Scurry in at the 3.
So comfortable off the feed. McCollum has made a lot of these over the years.
Greg, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddey.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia. A great skill development program showing in Giddey, who stands 6'8", but plays like a small point guard.
Well, Lillard is certainly willing to share the ball. A great passer, and that gets overlooked quite a bit.
VanVleet finds McCollum. Here's Oberto. McCollum outside. From the arc. And Boston with the rebound. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I've definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Back to you, Kevin.
Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds. Third spot, the Celtics.
And just having a terrific year on the offensive glass, it's because everybody buys in. Not just the big men, but even the guards are getting in on the end.
Celtics leading by 4. Mourning a screen on McCollum. And it's Lillard missing.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Here's Bull. He's got 6. Shot clock at 5. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. 3-pointers off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And Simmons slams it in.
And it seems like Simmons likes to attack close in. Going after the rim is a great use of that size.
Out to the right wing. Back to McCollum. Pass to Bull. McCollum outside. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Mourning's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And here is Simmons. Goes back up. And Mourning with the real nice bucket inside. Mourning's got the lead up to 8 now for the Celtics.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
to Oberto. Here's McCollum. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Fabricio Alberto. And Antetokounmpo subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Now, here's Lillard. 7 points in the game. And it's good off the back rim and in. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Got us a screen on Williams. To the middle. And stolen by Mourning. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And now a 10-point Celtic lead.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Now here's Giannis. He has yet to score. From downtown, the rebound by the Celtics. Mourning's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Mourning with the screen. Pull from the top of the key. Nice jump shot. Good. 15 points in the game.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personality.
Jerome, he's checked in for Lillard. And how about we check the numbers for him? Bull, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Now, Horton Tucker. Goes up to the stripe. Rebound by Williams.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Mourning with the screen. Jerome passes to Mourning. It's hauled in by the Bulls. 1:03 left in the first half. Zubac kicks to Giannis. There's the three. Horton Tucker's shot is off.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
From deep, a three-pointer is right on target.
He's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
There's 37 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Now here's Giannis. No scoring in this one. Bull, a screen on Williams. Hits the jumper in space.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Bull covering. Mourning a screen on Bull. That three off the mark. And we've reached halftime in this one. Celtics lead by 13. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Chicago 24.
I think it's fair to say we know how this probably is going to shake out. But crazier things have happened.
And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Celtics.
One of the best.
That is more than enough.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Celtics leading by 13. Damian Lillard out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Mourning. Then it's Williams. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Now, here's Bull. He's guarded by Williams. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. And it's Lillard missing. Bulls trail by 13. A model of consistency, Stan, for many years, Vucevic.
Yeah, look, Vucevic has been scoring, rebounding, and passing at a high level really since he's come into this league. One of the most skilled big men in the league and sort of a model for the next guys that have come around.
Knocks it loose to the paint. Here's Williams. No good with the layup.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Bull, a screen on Simmons. Here's Horton Tucker. And no good that time. Boston leading by 13. Outside, Simmons. Fires the 3. Boston, no good that time either.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Giannis. Back to Horton Tucker. Fires for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
From outside the arc. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
It's such a threat with the ball in his rookie year. Lillard showing that selflessness.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And with this break, why don't we check out the hottest shooting point guards over the last month? Damian Lillard is second.
As a point guard, you want to create the best possible shot every trip down the floor. And given the way these guys have shot the ball, it's not a bad idea every now and then for them to go it alone.
Well, it's often the big guys who have the highest field goal percentages. To get that kind of efficiency from your point guard is something special.
3 on the clock. Here's Horton Tucker. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this hole still, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it. But you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Guys?
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Now, here is Mourning. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. And stolen by Bull. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
And looking at the numbers for Lillard, he's been on a tear since the All-Star break, going really to another level. And he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And he's a guy who would rather pass the ball off than take a bad shot. Completely unselfish. Unbelievable. I love the way he plays.
Boston foul. Walt Williams. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Still yet to score. A baseline J. McCollum, no good.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay. Williams sets a screen for Simmons. To the wing right side. That
One finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Got us a screen on Simmons. Here's Horton Tucker. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Horton Tucker's got his third bucket of the night.
One make and 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Kevin Porter's checked in for Boston. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for the Bulls. 1:52 left in the third quarter. Good. Simmons got his second basket.
And the rookie, Simmons, using his size to his advantage there. Nice execution.
Bryant, right side. Pass to McCollum. Back to Bryant. McCollum deciding where to go with it. 4 on the shot clock. Simmons pulls it in.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Pass to Horton Tucker. Back to McCollum. Shoots. It's all in by Alonzo Mourning. Mourning's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Porter passes to Simmons. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
41 seconds left in the third quarter. Porter passes to Brantley. Chicago grabs the miss. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Bryant passes to Muhammad. 6 on the shot clock. A 3 from McCollum. Offensive rebound. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 12.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Celtics leading by 17. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was.
It's not going to be easy. We got to stay with.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So for Chicago right now, Shabazz Muhammad is out there with C.J. McCollum. And there's Bryant. Then it's Oberto. Pass to Muhammad. From the top of the key, Damian Lillard pulls it in.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Thomas, that's good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Bulls trail by 19. McCollum with the ball. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots from the baseline. And the shot falls short this time. Celtics leading by 19 points. Thomas sets a screen for Porter. Pass to Thomas. Slam dunk by...
Get ready, get ready. Hey, pick up CJ.
Shot! Pick. Come on, man. Help out.
Yes, sir.
Yo, Simmons. Oh, yeah.
McCollum!
No! Way to hit that three!
Here we go, attack. Here we go.
Too easy.
Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in. These are two teams with a clear identity, Grant. Defense is their backbone.
Oh, B.A., I don't expect to see many easy buckets between these two defenses. They're disciplined, hardworking, and gritty. And, of course, they make you work for everything.
And now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Charlotte Hornets. Steven Adams out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Chuma Okeke, and it's Vasquez in at the 1. Adebayo grabs the board. And here's Charlotte. Pass to Okeke. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Now Adams. Drummond defending. Adams against Drummond. Adams, shot's good.
Many players will tell you Steven Adams is the strongest guy in the NBA. Boy, tough to corral when he's looking to score.
Here's Stockton. 19-footer. And he buries his first look. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Vasquez. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. Pascal Siakam with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Aminu inside. Okeke's there. Siakam, the pass to Stockton. Back to Siakam. 6 to shoot. On target from range.
Boy, we have seen Pascal Siakam really elevate his passing skills. What an outstanding distribution right there.
And Grant, after last season, a new front office taking over in Sacramento, trying to get them back in the playoffs.
Yeah, and after ending their record-breaking postseason drought in 2023, the last 2 years have seen the Kings again outside the playoffs. They're restless to get back there in the mix.
Here's Okeke. His last outing, we saw him score 13. From deep, he drops it from range.
We don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Siakam. Here's Stockton. 6 on the shot clock. And Drummond with the jam.
This is the exact energy you like to see from Drummond. He can be a monster on the offensive glass.
Shot from 16. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Charlotte shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Number 43, shooting just 1.
And this is year 2 for Coach Charles Lee at the helm of the Hornets, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., a long-time assistant. He knocked on plenty of doors before finally securing the lead role. And that determination to break through, something he's looking to impart to his young roster.
Here's Stockton. From the arc. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
Well, you allow a shooter of his caliber to get that good a look, and good night.
Here's Vasquez. He's scoreless. With the drive. All alone. Good. He hits the jumper.
The defense making it way too easy for him on that jump shot. He'll take that all night.
Stockton, pass to Siakam. And another basket for Sacramento.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Pass to Stockton. Let's go with a 3. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Sacramento has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Pass to Siakam. Here's Stockton. He's got 5. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. There's nothing like the intensity of coming down to the wire when both teams are fighting for playoff position, Grant.
Well, you know, B.A., for these teams, what you did before doesn't matter. You have to give everything in this game. It's essentially a bunch of one-game seasons from here to the finish line.
And timeout called by Doug Christie. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Lineup here for Charlotte. Time for the 2K leaderboard, showing numbers from the second half of the season. Teams that love to run. Second, Charlotte.
They've looked great since the All-Star break, pushing the pace and trying to punish teams in transition, and it's been working.
He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line. And here's Charlotte now. It's a three-point game. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
You've got to stand in and deliver from the free throw line, even in a tough environment, and they failed to do so.
Charlotte again missing. Inside. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Williamson looking around. Back to Monk. That's good. And it's Williamson with the assist.
They're in trouble if they let him post like that.
You've got to deny the position to afford them no opportunity at making that entry pass into the post.
Now here's Drummond. Labissiere with a rebound.
You'd rather see him dunk that. Impose your will if you can.
Pass to Monk. Williamson outside. Oh, Drummond with the block.
Well, there are certain guys you probably don't want to challenge. Andre Drummond sends it back.
Shot's good by Stockton.
Boy, what a quarter he's had. Go ahead, young sir. Keep the pressure on.
Hornets trail by 6. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Hart from long range. Aminu with the rebound. The Kings have gotten 7 of their first 12 shots to go. Here's Stockton. He's got 9. Pass to Aminu. And here's Siakam for 3. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And that does it for the first quarter. Kings ahead. They're up by 6. We've got more in store for you right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Monk and Levine man the backcourt. And it's Kersey in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. And last season, the most efficient shooting season of Zach LaVine's career.
Yeah, B.A., 2.5% better in his free throw shooting. He would have had a 50, 40, 90 season on his hands, but his scoring is top tier. Oh, my! He's got a little something special for us here, B.A.
Yeah, you know he does, and now they built the lead. This is when he breaks out the crazy moves. And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. Williamson outside. Monk looking around. Shoots from 12. Pass to Williamson. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. And it's Monk missing.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks a lot. Zach LaVine is becoming a more rugged defender. He said, it takes a toll. I've always been in great shape, but you have to be strong, too. The mental side of it, digging deep and figuring out how to get it done and how much you want it. Now, I like taking on those challenges. Brian?
Making the commitment. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Now here's Monk. He just could not put it together in that loss to Minnesota. Charlotte again missing.
Well, that's surprising. This guy is a good mid-range shooter, just can't get it to go.
Pass to Cartwright. The Hornets pull it in. This is the first they're seeing of Sacramento. Outside Monk. Buries it from 3. Monk's got his second basket of the night.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And timeout called by Doug Christie. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. making a change here. Now we get a chance to check some stats for him.
He's been playing a larger role in their offense over the past 5 games. And we see that in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Stockton. Oh, there's the alley. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Yeah, when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, B.A., you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
No good on the free throw.
Boy, one thing you can say about Andre Drummond, he is so steady. Statistically, it's the same story every year.
Adebayo's checked in for Charlotte. And no luck that time either. Hornets trail by 6. To the left side wing. There's the triple. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Now, this is a guy who wants to score, so don't let him catch a rhythm.
Sacramento has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Pass to Stockton. Aminu, the screen. Just 5 on the clock. The 3. Adams grabs the miss.
Boy, felt like he let that possession get personal, trying to answer back with a 3 of his own there.
Adams a screen to the left wing. Pass to Vasquez. Beyond the arc. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now. Out to the right wing. Sacramento passing it around. They still need this. Tries again, and he takes it up and lays it in. Drummond's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
Well, few players as consistently good on the offensive glass as Andre Drummond. A lot of those rebounds turn into points.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Charlotte making a change here. Monk's checked in. And now a look at the teams who excelled at rebounding over the last month. 5th, the Hornets.
And last month, this team was active on the glass. Really put forth an effort to box out and track down misses.
Pass to Adams. Outside Monk. Shot clock at 6. Offline with a 3.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Hits a three-pointer. And it's an 8-point Kings lead.
Boy, that's just inviting trouble. Defensively, you simply can't give him that much space.
Fires from deep. Ooh, give him his 5th make of the game in 10 attempts.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Vandeweghe. Still no points. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Boy, he's putting pressure on the defense. That's 2 from downtown this period.
Hornets trail by 8. To the wing on the left. Pass to Vasquez. 1:11 left in the second period. The 3 is up. And the Hornets, another 3.
They've got some ground to make up, and shooting the 3 ball more consistently like they are now should help them do it.
And timeout called by Doug Christie. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. The motor of Kobe White. Grant seems to be ready to run the entire game and then some.
Oh, totally, B.A. For someone who is quick and can jump and has a strong handle, he's got plenty of stamina. And as a guard, you trust Kobe will make those effort plays.
Sacramento making a change here. Hill's checked in. Zion Williamson is checked in for Charlotte. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first half. Sacramento passing it around. 5 to shoot. Pass to Aminu. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. Siakam, no good.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Here's Vasquez. Check by Hill. Adams, a pass to Williamson. Here's Vasquez. Over Hill. Vasquez misses.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Hill, the pass to Aminu. No good from outside. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Sacramento on top, up by 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shots. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot. Nice try. One more time, a round of applause for the participants.
Happy you could join us. First up, let's talk about the players of the week. Big fella, you've won a few of these back in the day, haven't you?
Yeah, too many to count. Now just focus on winning Analyst of the Week.
You never won that? You know I've already won that. A couple of times. Better luck next year, Jack.
I demand a recount.
And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the Sacramento Kings.
I like what they're doing. Playing with physicality, they've worked hard to gain the edge in areas like rebounding.
Yeah, that's the difference in the game.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. The Kings lead by 5. Here's who Charles Lee is starting in the second half. They've got Chuma Okeke, Steven Adams out there with Bam Adebayo, and it's Vasquez in at the point. Now here's Siakam, out left to the wing. Shoots. Off target from the wing. Here's Vasquez. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam. Siakam's got 5 rebounds in the game. Drummond to screen on Adebayo. 6 to shoot. And it's Okeke with a rebound.
Boy, they've managed without him to a degree, which bodes well for them overall.
Pass to Adams. Here's Vasquez. He's got 5. Hauled in by the Kings. Here's Stockton. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Aminu, pass to Siakam. 4-3. No good.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Charlotte again missing.
This is what frustrates coaches. You come out of the half and you miss your first 3 shots.
Pass to Aminu. Uncovered. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
Shooting for Charlotte, Chuma Okeke at the line for 1.
The Kings leading. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Stockton's shot is off.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
To the right side. Here's Vasquez. Can't tie it up. That one misses.
You got to love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Right around 3 minutes into this second half. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And here now, the small forwards having a big effect with their shot blocking this season. You take a look at Aminu, top 5 in blocked shots. He challenges everything.
These are some of the league's most versatile defenders in this group. I mean, they can mirror ball handlers on the perimeter as well as contest shots in the paint.
You know, that's a defensive combination you're sort of always looking for in wing players. Strong on the ground, strong in the air. There is no safe ground when one of them is on patrol.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. For the lead. Rebound by Sacramento. Aminu's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Stockton. Back to Aminu. Offensive rebound.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
Hornets trail by 4. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Knocks down the triple. He's got 17.
Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night. 3 in the first half.
Pass to Siakam. Over to the left wing. Clock at 6. Here's Stockton. Here's the 3. And it's Okeke with a rebound. Okeke's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Vasquez. He's got 5. For the lead. Rebound by Sacramento. Siakam's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Stockton, pass to Siakam. Wide open look. That one drops for him. And the Kings lead by 3.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Vasquez. And he drains it, making him 7 for 15 for the day.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
So now a timeout called by Doug Christie. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
It's all good.
Group substitution here for Charlotte. With only 1 game left, let's take a peek at how the final seedings could look in the West. You look at the Kings, 6th best record in their respective conference right now, hoping to end the season on a high note. And check it out, Charlotte, 2 spots below.
Right now, for Sacramento, they control their destiny. If they win, they avoid the play-in scenario. But if they lose, they are absolutely playing with fire.
No problems knocking that one down. He's got 16.
And the evolution of Siakam continues. Seeing him make great passes like this proves he's only getting better. Ooh, scary thought.
Now here's Williamson. Still without a bucket. Drummond grabs the miss. Here's Vandeweghe. To the inside. Siakam outside. Pass to Vandeweghe. Aminu, the screen. From deep three-point land. Labissiere with a rebound. Hornets trail by 4. 1:07 left in the third quarter here. Can't get it to drop. Sacramento has gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling. Aminu, pass to Drummond. All right, let's see the best free throw shooting teams this season. Second, the Kings.
And this is a team that knocks down their free throws at an elite rate. Whoever they go up against should always try to avoid fouling them at all costs.
First one falls for him. Boucher's checked in for Charlotte. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Hornets trail by 5. And he lobs it up. Look at Williamson finish the oop.
Boy, Josh Hart's so willing to make the extra pass. This guy finds the best shot.
The Kings shooting just 42% so far in the game. Sacramento passing it around. Pass to Perkins, to the wing, right side. Here's Vandeweghe. Three-pointer. Doesn't go for him.
It would be smart to hold for the final shot.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent.
Outside Monk. Here's Boucher for 3. He's off on that one. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. The Kings on top, up by 3. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Monk and Levine man the backcourt. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Kersey in at small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Sacramento leading by 3. Here's Vandeweghe. To the paint. Ball stolen. And it's the Hornets on the break. Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. Stockton, pass to Perkins. Pass to Vandeweghe. Shot clock at 6. Here's Perkins. Here's Stockton. Williams grabs the board.
I'm sure if he had the chance to do that possession over again, he would not have taken the shot.
Outside Monk. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Screen by Olynyk. No one near him. That one's good. Nothing but net. Olynyk's got his first points of the night. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error.
It's the Sacramento Kings streak team. Your seats for your Sacramento Kings streak team.
Charlotte's making a switch here. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. He was harping on the number of offensive rebounds that they've given up. He told them they have to recommit to the defensive glass. He said, quote, "We're not walking away with the W if we don't box out." A simple message, guys, but an important one.
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Monk. Shot on the wing, and it goes straight and through with a swish. He's got 21.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there. Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
Pass to Okiki. Williamson outside. To tie it up. Drills it from deep. And it's a tie ball game.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number one on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Sacramento passing it around. Siakam, pass to Drummond. Back to Siakam. Lets a three fly. Shot's good by Stockton. And the Kings lead by 3.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Monk. Picked by Williamson. The three. Gets the three to fall.
He hit 3 triples in the first half. 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
Stockton, pass to Siakam. And another Sacramento three.
Boy, picking up where he left off. His second from distance this half, 5 overall.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. They set a pick. The three. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam. Siakam's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Pass to Drummond. No good that time. Oh, good D by Boucher.
They could have used more of those kind of rebounds earlier. It's hurt their cause. I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Kings.
I mean, they play some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
I think the other thing we're seeing tonight is the floor spacing of this team. Boy, they are shooting the cover off the basketball all game.
The first one falls.
Even as much as we've seen him, we still marvel at the power of Zion around the basket. It's hard for a defender to deal with this kind of strength.
The Kings leading. Yes, sir! It's the wide open J.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
Here's Vasquez. From downtown. Buries it from outside.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
The Kings have gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. Five on the clock. Can't get the three. Charlotte has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. To take the lead. He got it.
Assist from Chuma Okiki.
Sacramento has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. A minute 37 left in the fourth quarter. And out of bounds, Charlotte will have it.
Oh my! Turning it over at such a critical point in the game. You know he feels awful.
Bam Adebayo's checked in for Zion Williamson.
I mean, this guy has become an expert at utilizing the screen and roll. Just does such a good job rolling to the rim and being a factor.
And again, another missed shot. Charlotte leading by 4. Stolen by Drummond. Here's Aminu. Rebounded by Adebayo. 2 points here could be the only cushion they need, Grant.
Hard to say. Crazier things have happened in this league.
He launches. It's money from deep.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Drummond with the screen. Booyah! He sinks the triple. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Stellar work at the charity stripe, trying to build out this lead.
Now a timeout by Sacramento. They're down by 6. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
They need to answer fast.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
Adams pulls it down, and they go to the intentional foul.
Andre Drummond, second personal foul. 4th team foul. Shooting for shot.
Oh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
What I love about Steven Adams is he approaches the game with a level of physicality that sets a tone for his team. Outstanding defensively and growing offensively.
And they recover it. And so the Hornets take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on